Perhaps I was drawn to you because of the similarity in our circumstances.
Joker continued to regard me in his vivid, rose-colored eyes as he murmured his reply.
Until now, I've never seen the need to regain my lost memory. But talking to you has managed to move me a little.
As he said this, Joker made a show of holding his thumb and forefinger about 2 inches apart to demonstrate a little.
Maybe the memories I lost hold some meaning as well. In that case, it might be worth getting them back.
When he was finished speaking, Joker smiled softly.
So that's it, Amelie. Losing memory is not that big of a deal. It happens all the time.
Joker. I stared intently at his smile, and I felt very strange. I couldn't believe that it happened all the time, but his words did serve to cheer me up. I felt some of my insecurity leave me. And then, Joker and I engaged in small talk. We started with the basics, covering what we remembered and what we had forgotten. We discussed the different lands in Wonderland, fruits, cooking, and what sweets were popular. His stories are also interesting. It would be easy for him to simply lecture me, but he included plenty of examples and made it entertaining. I found my interest in Wonderland overtaking my fears of the unknown. How strange. I feel like I could listen to Joker talk all day. Either something was very wrong with me, or he was a very good conversationalist.
Amelie? What's wrong?
I wanted to keep listening to him talk, but suddenly all of the day's exhaustion seemed to hit me at once. I might have inherently sensed that Joker was someone I could trust, for suddenly my eyelids fell heavy. I can't keep my eyes open.
Amelie? Now, her long eyelashes slowly fluttered and closed as she drifted off. You're sleepy. Well, I suppose that's obvious. Whoa! Overcome by sleep, Amelie's body fell limp, and she leaned against my shoulder. Amelie? I never said you could borrow my shoulder. Despite my quip, she was fast asleep. In this position, I could hear her shallow breathing, and it heightened my awareness. What am I going to do with you? I tried sounding exasperated to disguise my embarrassment. Today, I had decided to abide by Amelie's wishes and search for the road home. We had walked throughout Wonderland, searching for any clue to reclaim her memories. You must have had a hard time keeping up with a man's stride. I wanted to know how determined you were, so I purposefully refrained from showing consideration, but you kept up with me without giving up or complaining. She must be physically exhausted, even more so because of this unfamiliar world. And her failure to remember this world was no doubt mentally draining. The protagonist, Alice, definitely has it rough. She had lost all memories of her life until now. Joker had no memory of the crime he committed. What twist of fate had brought the two of them together? I absent-mindedly considered this as I gazed upon the peaceful expression Amelie wore as she slept. But I smiled wryly and thought they couldn't remain like this forever. Way to go, giving me a hard time on the very first day. I didn't have the heart to wake her as I watched her sleep. I let out a resigned sigh and very carefully maneuvered myself.
I slowly awoke from my slumber. The bed I found myself in was so comfortable, I didn't want to wake up yet. But how did I get to this room? I tried to remember what happened last night, but all I could recall was talking to Joker. Which means... Oh no, did Joker bring me here? I scrambled off the bed. Any lingering sleepiness abruptly left me. Oh. I was surprised by the sight that greeted me in the comfy room. Joker was lying on the sofa. Upon hearing my exclamation, he sat up and put down the book he was reading.
I see you're awake, Amelie.
Joker grinned in amusement. I broke eye contact with him and opened my mouth to speak. I think I should tell you. Thanks for yesterday. I mean, for listening to me vent. And for carrying me to bed. Joker's eyes rounded in surprise when he took in my words of appreciation.
Wait, are you embarrassed, Amelie?
No! Of course not. I don't...
You don't have to hide it from me. Actually, it's kind of cute.
His calling me cute at this juncture left me speechless. Joker laughed and went on cheerfully.
Hey, don't worry about it. You were as light as a feather, so I had no trouble carrying you to bed.
Listening to him speak so matter-of-factly made my face turn bright red. I understood the metaphor, but I knew there was no way the human body could be as light as a feather. His choice of words are even more embarrassing. Just as I moved to wrap my hands around my head, there was a knock at the door. I wonder who it could be.
I'll get that. Why don't you go change your clothes?
As I started to walk towards the door, Joker held out his hand to stop me.
You want to walk through Wonderland again today, don't you? Then you should hurry and get ready.
You're right. I'll do that, thanks. Convinced by his logic, I nodded. Since I rushed out of my room earlier, I was still in my pajamas. I quickly turned to go change. As I did so, I thought, it's not even his home and yet he's answering the door. Joker is, shall I say, nothing if not bold. People like him were probably the definition of being sure of themselves. Those were my thoughts as I headed back to my room. I closed the door to the sweet dream room and quickly started to change. Just then,
What are you doing here, Joker?
I heard a loud voice from the entrance. This voice, Luke? I blinked upon hearing the familiar voice.
Hey, I'm Kyle, the Cheshire Cat. It looks like the Hatter and Joker are in a standoff over Alice. I'm supposed to be the one who knows what's best for Alice, yet sadly I've been left out of the loop. Besides, the duty of the Cheshire Cat is to guide Alice. I can't say it feels good to have that taken away from me. I'd better go get her. Wait for me, my Alice. I'll see you on the next page.